It was game day here in South Bend again, and Notre Dame is capping their three-game season-opening homestand with an SEC foe. The Irish looking to open their season with a 3-0 record for the first time since 2015. And after barely sneaking by Ball State last weekend, the goals for today's matchup with Vandy were grit and a little more offensive production in the house that Rockne built. So number 8 Notre Dame hosts Vandy for just the second time in program history. First quarter, Irish up 3-0 thanks to Justin Yoon. Brandon Wimbush, he's going to drop back. He doesn't like his read, so he's going to scamper in from 12 yards out. That's his first rushing touchdown of the year for a Notre Dame score, and Notre Dame leads 10-0. Notre Dame defense forces a third straight Commodore punt, but Vandy is in the red zone again. Senior Kyle Shermer, he's going to shoot for Josh Crawford in the end zone, but Troy Pride and Alohi Gilman are on him. Gilman rips the ball out at the goal line. The ball actually flies about 15 feet in the air, batted around, bodies are flying, and Julian Love lands on it in the end zone. A big play for the Irish secondary, turning that near touchdown to a touchback. 180 miles divide the two schools, so geography plus history obviously equals a rivalry. Last time the two played in 2014, the Irish shut out the Wolverines, but they haven't met since until today. The rivalry renewed in the house that Rockne built. Notre Dame receives opening kickoff of 2018, so it's Brandon Wimbush up first. Wimbush hits Miles Boykin for the 28-yard reception, and the Irish are on the Michigan 31. Wimbush is hit on the following play and comes out for a second. It's Ian Book in the game. He hands it to wide receiver convert Jafar Armstrong. In his first career drive, he scampers in from 13 yards out, and the Irish leads 7-0. And here come the Irish again. Second drive for Wimbush. He drops back, spots Chris Fink, who hauls in a 43-yard touchdown pass in traffic. Notre Dame is up 14-0 now. The countdown to the Cotton Bowl continues, and we are just 15 days before we see Notre Dame take on Clemson in the college football playoffs. And in the midst of their ESPN Media Day today, their quarterback got a pretty incredible surprise. Check this out. Ian Book found himself on this week's cover of Sports Illustrated. Well, this night will go down in history for the Irish, for Enrique Agumbawale, and really for all of college basketball. In the hardest season of Muffet McGraw's career, Notre Dame finished the job tonight. We'll get right into that national championship game, starting off with Notre Dame trailing Mississippi State in the second quarter. The Bulldogs star forward 6'7" Tier McCowan in traffic gets one to fall, and State is up 24-14. The Irish on an 8-minute scoring drought, so Marina Mabry tries it herself, and McCowan swats her shot. The Irish in the second quarter with only a single made field goal. They trail 30-17 at the half. In that third quarter, final seconds of 3 here. Jackie Young with the attempt and Jessica Shepard with the putback. That ties the game up at 41 heading into the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter now, 58 apiece, clock is running down. Mabry turns the ball over, Jackie Young recovers, sees Enrique down court, tosses it to her, but we hear whistles and play slows, meaning McCowan actually fouled out of the game. She goes to the bench, 3 seconds on the clock, Irish inbounding. Enrique breaks loose, throws up an off balance 3 to win the game. The Irish are your national champions for the second time in school history. Notre Dame with more ACL tears than losses this season, but the Irish, well, they never back down. WSBT 22 Sports Director Pete Byrne is live in Columbus right now. Pete, I'm going to let you describe the scene that you saw there because I don't think we have very many words for it right here.
There is nothing better than a Friday night full of basketball in the state of Indiana. Well, other than a night full of conference action on the hardwood, which we were chock full of tonight, starting with a marquee matchup in the NLC. Northwood takes a 6-game win streak on the road to face Plymouth at the Rock, which was rolling tonight. And Plymouth's Cole Filson is going to get things going tonight when he drains this triple. But no surprise here, this game is back and forth the whole way. Here's the Panthers' rebuttal. Trent Edwards with the dish to Matt Dukowski, who gets the and one and ties the game up. And as always, this was a 1-point ball game at the half. But the Pilgrims pull away thanks to a strong performance from Clay Hilliard, who we see right here. He tallied 25 points tonight.
You know, I hope to at least catch him before the year is over.
What an incredible mark for him. Yeah, he was emotional after the game. There are a lot of people emotional because 600 wins. Like I said, it's only been done 13 other times until Al Rhodes did it. So congrats to him. And he talked about the state of Indiana basketball. Well, we have the Crossroads Classic tomorrow, in case you guys have not forgotten. It's my favorite tournament. And so Notre Dame will tip off with Purdue at 1:30 tomorrow. That is right here on WSBT 22.
All right, Olivia, thanks. Bob's coming up next.
They had a special treat at halftime. Some tiny Irish fans got competitive on the floor as well at Purcell Pavilion. They took part in the first ever Notre Dame basketball baby race, and it was neck and neck. But this little guy was the quickest crawler and landed his family a year's supply of diapers, plus a standing ovation at the Joyce. Quite the day for him.
Wow, that is good stuff, I have to say. Wow. Never leave your seat at halftime. That's all I have to say.
You would have missed the baby race.
Right.
The Irish need one more win to reach that 10-0 mark, but remaining undefeated may be a tougher task than they previously thought this weekend. It was reported that Ian Book would be out against Florida State this Saturday. But this evening, Brian Kelly met with media after practice and said his starting quarterback's condition is actually day-to-day. The quarterback suffered an upper body injury against Northwestern after a 2-week hiatus. It's about time for some more Notre Dame football. On Saturday, they look to keep their undefeated record and college football playoff hopes alive in San Diego against Navy. While the number 3 Irish are already heavily favored in their West Coast matchup, we learned earlier this week that they would add in another offensive weapon with the return of running back Jafar Armstrong.